it's Elle here from Beyond Expectations. In this video, I'm going to answer one of your questions in regards to reshaping and transforming your body. I'll read out the question and I'll give you my answer, and it goes like this. After trying keto, fasting, protein diet, losing weight, then going back to square one, now on a balanced diet, eating 4 meals a day, all food groups, and not rushing to lose weight and putting hard pressure on me. I hope this time I get my weight problem solved permanently. Thank you so much, Jupiter, for this fantastic statement. I know it's more of a statement rather than a question, but I feel like I can add some valuable information and help you moving forward. Now, this is a common mistake I see a lot of women make. They start on some sort of fad diet, whatever the craze may be at the time. I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years and I've seen lots of different crazes come and go. I've seen the keto diet, I've seen the low carb diet, I've seen the high carb diet, I've seen the fasting, let's not eat at all. I mean, you name it, I've seen it come through. And ultimately, the big issue with these things are, more often than not, there are the exception to the rule, but more often than not, they're not long lasting. They do not maintain their results. As you've experienced yourself, you've lost the weight, then you've put it back on, and now you're at square one again. This is really devastating for you emotionally, psychologically, and also for your body. And I'll explain why. First of all, emotionally, it makes you feel like you're not good enough. What have you done wrong? All this sort of stuff. And then also, it's not good for your body to go from big to small, big to small, big to small for generally health and well-being, and also the elasticity of your skin. If it's constantly stretching, coming back, stretching, coming back, you're going to have trouble with loose skin if you don't be careful when you do lose the weight permanently, if you do it in the wrong way. Moving forward, is this all doom and gloom? We can't follow any, diets. What do we do? Look, we need to go back to basics. I'm glad that's what you're currently doing. You need to start eating whole foods every 2 to 3 hours. Look, the reality is this information is free for you. It's readily available. You already know it. I don't have to be telling you this. You already know that not eating for a long period of time, fasting as they want to call it. I mean, what's the difference between fasting and starving? Either way, you're not eating. Cannot be maintained for a long period of time, mostly from an emotional standpoint. I mean, physiologically, there's a number of reasons why you shouldn't do it, but let's not get into that. I'm going to talk about the emotional standpoint for this particular video. Look, we're living in crazy times. There could be a possibility you could lose your job, your kid could get sick, you could get sick, whatever the case may be. And if you're on this fasting or starving diet, you're going to end up snapping and probably binge eating and having whatever's inside. This is not a long-term solution for you. Ultimately, you should be eating nutrient-dense food every 2 to 3 hours to elevate your resting fat burning rate, keep your energies high, and ultimately giving your body the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients it needs. So this is really important. Please, if you'd like to reshape, transform your body, keep it off for the long term. Please consider doing this rather than whatever the fad diet happens to be at the moment. This is the thing. I have a lot of women who come to me and say, look, you've maintained your weight loss for 10 years. I've tried XYZ fad diet and I didn't lose the weight, or if I did, I put it all back on. Help me. My answer to you would be, is it pretty much exactly where you are now, Jupiter, is get back to basics. May I suggest rather than 4 meals, maybe bump it up to 6 small meals so your metabolism is elevated, so you're constantly raising your fat burning levels rather than having it at a low state where you're not consuming enough food, you're not burning enough, and therefore you are holding onto the fat rather than letting it go. Now, there can be a huge argument and people are really for keto and people are really for fasting. Personally, I have never done those things. I have not fasted, I've not done keto, and I've not done low carb. So I can't comment on that. I cannot be advocate for that because that is not something I've done in the past. That's not what I did during the making of Beyond Expectations, and that's not what I do now. I don't like fasting from a personal standpoint. I grew up financially challenged, or if you just want to be real, poor. I had times where I was hungry, or 2-minute ramen which is like 2-minute noodles for my Aussie folk out there, and that would be my meal for a day. So I don't want to voluntarily not eat. I want to eat food. I like food. Food is delicious. I don't want to starve. John and I are advocates for 1-day cheat day, and that is for longevity. I find sometimes people get caught up on the cheat day and say, oh, well, I can't possibly do that because I'll put on all this weight. There's only so much your body can physically absorb in a day, and not to mention if the other 6 days are rubbish, then yeah, a cheat day would probably not work out for you. But if you're eating whole foods, fresh food for 6 days and you have a cheat day, it's not going to affect you too badly at all, because you are a human being, you are not a robot. You cannot just put a program into you and you play it. You have thoughts, feelings and emotions, and you act accordingly. For me personally, if I have anything that gets me down, I'm really upset, I'm feeling like, oh, life's not good, I'll plan and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to buy myself this delicious box of cookies that, a little bit expensive, but I really do enjoy them, and I'll have them on my cheat day, and that'll be awesome. And then I think, oh great, I have something to look forward to. I'm so happy. Rather than just grabbing the cheap cookies from Coles out of the cupboard. Coles is a supermarket here we have in Australia, or a Whole Food store, and just stuffing them in my face on that moment. I plan it and I enjoy it and have that experience. And that's something that I recommend you doing. But moving forward, Jupiter, I think you're on the right track. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Be realistic. For me personally, it took 9 months to reshape, transform my body. For you also, I think that you have to think of it in the same way. It's not going to be a quick fix. And also, it's something that you're going to have to invest in over time. When I say investing, with these keto, fasting, whatever fad diet that you're on, are they long-term solutions? Is this something you can see yourself doing until you're 80? If it's not, then it's a good possibility that this is not right for you. I really do hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that I gave you some words of encouragement and support and help you to move forward. Look, you already know what you should be doing. You already know you need to cut out all the nasties. You already know you shouldn't be drinking those sugary drinks. So go ahead and do that. Make sure they eat frequently, every 2 to 3 hours, and 6 to 8 meals is always good. Lots of small meals is most beneficial throughout the day. I really do hope this helps. Please subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Thank you so much. I really do hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for stopping by. Bye. you.